Do not bring to sporting events. The place, BMO Harris Bradley Center. The event, Bucks vs. Spurs. The snack, Satan's Diarrhea Hate Bears made by Harabo. I recently took my 4-year-old son on his first NBA game. He was very excited to go to the game, and I was excited because we had fantastic seats. Row C, center court to be exact. I've never sat that close before. I've never had to go downstairs to get to my seats. 24 stairs to get to my seat to be exact. His favorite candy is Skittles. Mine is anything gummy. I snuck in a bag of Skittles for my son and grabbed a handful of gummy bears for myself, to be later known as Satan's Diarrhea Hate Bears, that I received for Christmas in bulk by my parents, but put them in a Ziploc bag. After the excitement of the first quarter had ended, I take my son out to get him a bottled water and myself a beer. We return to our seats and enjoy our candy and drinks. Fast forward 1 minute before halftime. I have begun to sweat a sweat that only is meant for a man on mile 19 of a marathon. I have kicked out my legs so straight that I am finally pushing the gentleman wearing a suit in the seat in front of me. He is not happy, and I don't care. My hands are on the side of my seat, not unlike a gymnast on a pommel horse, lifting me off my chair. My son is oblivious to what is happening next to him. After all, there's a mascot running around somewhere and he's eating candy. I realize that at some point in the very near to immediate future, I'm going to have to allow this lava from Satan to forcefully expel from my innards. I also realize that I have to walk up 24 stairs just to get to the level ground in hopes to make it to the bathroom. I'll just have to sit here stiff as a board for a few moments waiting for the pain to subside. After 30 seconds later, there is a slight calm in the storm of the violent hurricane that is going on in my lower intestines. I muster the courage to gently relax my muscles in lower half and stand up. My son stands up next to me and we start to ascend the stairs. I take a very careful and calculated step up the first stair. Then a very loud horn sounds. Halftime. Great! It's going to be crowded. The horn also seems to awaken the Satan's Diarrhea Hate Bears that have been mosh pitting in my stomach. It literally felt like an avalanche went down my stomach, and I again have to tighten every muscle and stand straight up and focus all my energy on my poor sphincter to tighten up and perform like it has never performed before. Taking another step towards would be the worst idea possible. The floodgates would open. Don't worry, Daddy has a plan. I somehow mumble the question, "Want to play a game?" to my son. He of course says yes. My idea is to hop on both feet all the way up the stairs, using the center railing to propel me up each stair. My son is always up for a good hopping game, so he complies and joins me in the quote fun. Some old lady 4 steps up thinks it's cute that we're doing this. Oblivious. She wasn't looking at the panic in my face. 3 rows behind her, a man about the same age as me, who must have endured the same situation, notices the fear, panic, desperation on my face, understands the danger that I, along with my pants and anyone within a 5-yard radius spray zone, are in. He just mouths the word, "Good luck, man," to me, and I press on. Halfway up, and there's no leakage. But my legs are getting tired, and my sphincter has never endured this amount of pressure for this long a time. 16 steps, hops later, 4 steps to go. My son trips and falls on the stairs. I have 2 options. Keep going, knowing he'll catch up, or bend down and pick him up, relieving my sphincter of all the pressure and commotion while ruining the day of roughly 50 people that are now watching a grown man hop upstairs while sweating profusely next to a 4-year-old boy. Luckily, he gets right back up and we make it to the top of the stairs. Good. The hard part was over, or so I thought. I managed to waddle like a penguin, or someone who is about to poop their pants, in 2.5 seconds, to the men's room, only to find that every stall is being used. Every stall. It's halftime, of course, and everyone has to poop at that moment. I don't know if I can wait any longer. Do I go ahead and fulfill the dream of every high school boy and poop in the urinal? What kind of an example would I be setting for my son? On the other hand, what kind of example would it be if his father fills his pants with a substance that's probably unrecognizable to man? Suddenly, a stall door opens, and I think I managed to actually levitate over to the stall. My son follows me in. Luckily, it was the handicap stall, so there was room for him and me to go out of the way. I get my pants off and start to sit. I know what taking a giant poo feels like. I also know what vomiting feels like. I can now successfully say that I know what it's like to vomit out my butt. I wasn't pooping. Those were Santa's diarrhea hate bears did something to my insides that made my sphincter vomit out the madness. I am now conscious of my surroundings. Other than the war in the bathroom bottom half of my body is currently having with the porcelain chair, it is quiet as a pin drop in the bathroom. The other men in there can sense that something isn't right. No one has heard anyone poop vomit before. I can sense that the worst part is over, but it's not stopping, nor can I physically stop it at this point. I am leaking. It's horrible. I call out, "Does anybody have a diaper?" hoping that some gentleman was changing a baby. Nothing. No one said a word. I know people are there. I can see the toes of shoes pointing in my direction under the stall. "Does anybody have a diaper?" I am screaming and my son is now crying. He thinks that he is witnessing the death of his father. I can't even assure him that I will make it. Not a word is said, but a diaper is thrown over the stall. I catch it, line my underwear with it, put my pants back on, and walk out of the bathroom like a champ. We go straight to our seats, grab our coats, and go home. As we're walking out, the gentleman that wished me good luck earlier simply put out his fist and I happily bump it. My son asked me, "Daddy, why are we leaving early?" "Well, son, I need to change my diaper." You know, the hardest part is telling this story with like a straight face without cracking the whole damn time. This is just funny. Oh man, I remember reading this a long time ago and there was not a dry eye in the whole room. Everyone's laughing too hard. Hey, you know what? I hope you had a great laugh over this thing. I know I have. Oh, memory lane. Well, hey, I plan on doing plenty more of these and I hope to be able to do it with this much excitement and energy from here on out. I'll do all that I can. Well, I think I'm going to end it like I normally do, so let's just get to it. Take care of yourselves out there. God bless and farewell.